Hi Scorpio, welcome to your April 2022 Tarot Scope with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, my readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Scorpio, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how they're going to speak to you. With that said, remember they are general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody, and that is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your key to no, wrong one. For your actions and interactions with the world at large over the course of April, you got the Six of Wands, right? This is beautiful. So whatever your plans are, whatever it is that you're trying to set into motion this month, you have the cosmic green light. The Six of Wands is a card of victory. It's a card of success, but it's also a card of paying attention to and being grateful for the small wins on the day-to-day basis. This is a time for you, my dear Scorpios, where you need to be present. And I'm not talking about being present for someone. I'm talking about being present for yourself. This is a moment where really looking at your wins, your successes, the moments in which every single day you are getting better, you are meeting your goals, you're rising up to your challenges. These are the things that you really do need to give gratitude for over the course of this month. This also suggests that whatever you're setting into motion this month, whatever you're planning to do, whatever you're planning to make possible or make happen, there's victory there, there's success. This is you celebrating after putting some really hard work or effort into something, and I'm really excited to see this for you. All right, for your communications and conversations, you have the Ace of Swords. So this is a card of choice. It's a card of decisions that need to be made. Yes, it can be interviews. Yes, it can be meetings, business meetings, interviews, contracts that come up, all of those things. But I kind of feel like for you guys, this is going to be a big decision. This is going to be a month where you are making a decision final. This is for yourself. It's not got anything to do with anyone else. You got this with the Six of Wands. There's a sense here that the decision that you make is the right one for yourself. This is about you deciding to maybe fast track a plan for some of you. This could be, and it's the Six of Wands, right? Which is, it's fire to start with, and it's about movement. It's a card of victory and success. The Ace of Swords literally represents the period of 1 month. So over the course of the whole of April, this is a time where you are coming to a final conclusion, where you're coming to a final decision that really sits right with you. And I got to be honest with you, and this is always the case for everybody, when you make a finite decision, the universe will literally rearrange everything to make that decision happen for you. It's literally, it's spiritual mechanics. That is the way that the universe works. The problem sets in when we start questioning the decision that we've made and we start doing things that counter run or oppose whatever it is that we decided we wanted. This is a month. Get clear on what you want. Be focused on what you want. And once you make that decision, seal the door behind you. And this isn't to say like, oh, you can't change your mind or whatever. If you really want this, and this is why I say make this decision at a very deep level. Interestingly enough, the Six of Wands is ruled by Leo, which is all about the heart. So the decision that you're making this month, you are making at that heart space level. And if this is something that you truly want, you can fast track the results to this. The universe will do the rest of the heavy lifting to bring it to you. But if you start changing your mind and in and in, you're going to collapse the wave. So if you're making a decision this month for yourself and it's something that you truly want, stick to it. Have the guts, the courage and the faith to stick to it. Anyway, for those for the professional and academic sphere, the Ace of Swords bodes very well for those of you that are wanting to change jobs, to get into new positions, for those of you that are wanting to take your studies in new directions, for those of you that just want to hunker down and make the best of what you have. The Ace of Swords is wonderful because this, again, this decision that you're making at that heart space level is going to start to bring results or rewards. There are meetings and interviews for those of you that want them, for those of you that might not be in that sort of professional sphere in any way. This, again, all of the stuff that I talked about before that. For your money and materials, you have the Empress, right? This is she who is all things beautiful, powerful, sensual, juicy. This with the Ace of Swords. For those of you that are changing jobs and work, you're about to get a pay rise. That's very, very nice. And I'm talking specifically to those of you that are changing jobs. This is you going into a new position where the money is higher, or the bonuses are higher, or the benefits are much juicier. The Empress, in terms of the money and materials, this is growth, this is abundance energy, this is sexy energy, this is warmth, it's lovely, it's fruitful, and it's fertile. So whatever seeds you have this month, whatever seeds you're planting, and it does look like some of you will be moving in certain directions, these things have the potential to become, these small things that you're planting now have the potential to be really big things later on. This also looks like a lot of you driving towards or moving towards having a lot more freedom, a lot more ease, a lot more energy within your life that is disposable. And because it is the Empress with the Ace of Swords, I kind of want to say to you, this is a month where you could be feeling a lot better than you have in a while. For your heart and half sector, you have the High Priestess. Okay, so we got to talk about the potential pregnancy energy here. Because it's here, right? With the High Priestess, for those of you that are married, partnered, in long-term commitments, especially with the Empress in the body, this is, whether you're a man or a woman, this is pregnancy energy. For those of you that are in partnerships, if you want that experience, this is a month of conception. For those of you that don't want that experience, this is a month to be mindful, because, you know, there's going to be pleasure, there's going to be enjoyment, and there's also potentially going to be babies. So that is, you know, that goes without saying. The High Priestess is also a very intuitive, a very psychic card. You and your partner this month could just have that psychic bond, could have that, something's going on with them. You send a text message and they're like, oh my gosh, you know, this has just happened. You know, maybe you cook dinner for them and literally they pull up outside. Like, there's just this unspoken psychic connection this month. Now, you guys tend to be quite intuitive anyway, but I think that energy is heightened this month, especially for those of you in relationships. For those of you that are single, this is juicy energy about a secret admirer. This could be literally somebody that you never in a million years would have considered would have been into you, that you would have been into. Maybe, you know, this is a secret desire that bubbles up and you're like, oh my gosh, I actually fancy this person. Like, it, you know, it could just hit you from the deep. And I really like that. For your first week of the month, you have the Magician card underneath the Victory of Six of Wands. This is a powerful month for you guys. Don't waste it. That first week of the month, that new moon in the sign of Aries, which is a pretty good new moon, I have to say. The fact that you have this, because you're also a Mars-ruled sign, and so when I see this here, I kind of get the feeling that that new moon is going to work in your favor. And it's on the 1st of April. So right out of the gate, right, you get a chance to do something or to set something into motion. And I got to say, with the Magician card, this is you either rising up the ranks or having some recognition, but it's you taking control, right? The Magician is in control of the wand, not the other way around. The power that he channels, he is directing through sheer will force, but is not in control of as such. But this is you being in control of your wand. And this suggests to me that you are taking control of your life in some way. And sometimes the way that we do that is by making a damn decision. For your second week of the month, you have the Tree of Life. This is literally one of my favorite cards, just because it represents divine intervention and divine assistance. I love this, especially with that Ace of Swords, because there's an energy behind this, and you've got this next to the Magician card. This first half of the month, at least, like, the universe is definitely on your side. If there are decisions to be made, Use that Aries new moon. If there are things that you want to go after, if there are new things that you want to bring into your life, if there are new things that you want to chase, use this first half of the month because it is powerful and it really is working in your favor. I'm a big fan of it. And that Ace of Swords there, like literally, once you make the decision, the universe will rearrange everything for you to make it happen. For your third week of the month, you have the Sun card. I mean, right underneath the Empress. So this is definitely a very fertile energy. This is pregnancy energy. This is a big boost to the finances, the income, or the earning potential. This is you giving your baby business idea, business venture, project, something that you want to sell, you know, all of the above. This is whatever your baby is doing very, very well. It's like you've given, you know, like you've given your kid a one-way ticket to Harvard, or you've given your kid a £50,000 savings pot for when they turn 18. It's like whatever you're doing this month, you're setting into motion with the energy, the right things to make it work. I love this. I really love it. For your fourth week of the month, you've got the Empress card. Very, very fertile. And I've got to say, it looks like Taurus season is going to be very kind to you. For a lot of you, I really feel like this could be a very powerful month, but I also feel like it could be a very easy, juicy month. It's kind of like you're getting the cream of the crop of everything. You get, you know, you get the good stuff. I love it. I absolutely love it. I'm really intrigued to see how it plays out for you all. For your new moon message, you have the Gate 18 and Perfection. The message of this card is literally stop chasing perfection because it doesn't exist. Stop looking for the perfect time to do something because there isn't one. Stop looking for the perfect time or the right moment and, you know, all the rest of it. Fortunes are built and lost every single day. And you know, the conditions of the world right now may not be right for what it is that you want to do or what it is that you want to get. But with these cards, it's kind of like the universe saying to you, it doesn't matter what the external circumstances are. What matters is the direction, the determination, and the energy and the power of your heart. There is never going to be a perfect time to do anything, whether that's having children, you know, for some of you, this fertile energy out here be strong. This is also, just use that new moon for something. Do not waste it. All right. I mean, you can do whatever you want, but don't waste it. For your full moon message. I love it when the universe is like, I'm going to tell you this, but then I'm going to give you some of this too. So the full moon is about patience. So literally all of this part of the reading is like, get started now. And then the Gate 5 card with patience is a reminder here that if it doesn't look exactly how you want it to look, isn't it still the thing that you want? As an example, so the example that comes with this card is the frog will sit on the lily pad and it will wait forever if it has to, because it knows a new meal, a new something juicy is always going to come. It's just a matter of patience. And so this full moon, I think, is going to highlight to you where maybe you've tried to do too much of this, where maybe you've put things off too long. It kind of feels for me, because, you know, like I said, the frog will wait, but it kind of feels to me like the message that this patience card is really giving you. You know, the tale of the guy sat on the house in the flood, and he's like, you know, somebody comes past and he's, you know, no, God's going to send me, you know, God's going to deliver me. And then something else comes, you know, can we give you a lift and get you out of here? No, God's going to save me. Third person comes, no, God's going to save me. Dies, drowns, whatever, gets up to heaven. Like, I sent you 3 people. What more do you need? Like, this kind of feels like that to me. So with that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic month. Let me know in the comments how all of this shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.